I wanted to put a little disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. I wanted to do something fun for Halloween. This episode is definitely not intended for kids, and it is spooky, not terrifying by any means, but just kind of meant to be fun. So I hope you enjoy it. I just really love Halloween, and spooky things are fun, in my opinion. So I just wanted to preface that before you jump into this episode. If you were looking for something more relaxing or uplifting, then this is not the right episode to tune into. This is just something for fun, and it is still relaxing and also does work out our muscles of mindfulness and third eye and all of that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy a little story I wrote just for you. Hello everyone. Welcome. In case this is your first time joining us, my name is Tiffany, and I'm going to be your host on this special episode of Rooted Frequency. I'm going to take you through a spooky meditation in honor of spooky season. I thought we'd do something kind of fun, kind of scary. And if scary is not your thing, no worries. I always invite people to try something new and different. If you're brave enough to take this journey with me, I invite you to get cozy, get comfy. For this one, I'd recommend lying down, or maybe you're in a really comfy chair. All I care about is that you're comfortable. Let's start to release any thoughts that are whizzing around in your head. Maybe it's the end of the day and you're starting to wind down. Maybe this is a nice little respite from the chaos of the day, and you're taking a little afternoon break. Whatever time of day it is, I'm just glad that you're here. And I will stay with you until you fall asleep or reach the end of this meditation. Notice your breath as it flows in and out of the body. Notice the weight of your breath, its depth. Begin to deepen that breath. Long inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. One more time. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Notice the calming effect that just breath has on your body. Notice if your breath feels just a bit lighter. Your body growing heavier as you settle into your space. Continue to breathe, moving towards a state of calm. Moving towards a state somewhere between asleep and awake, where awareness is still here with me. I don't want you to fall asleep just yet. We wouldn't want to have a nightmare, would we? So stay with me, taking a nice long breath, inhaling through the nose. This time exhaling back out the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. I'm going to ask that you try to stay with me this evening. It's safest. I mean, not that there's anything unsafe. I just think that it would be better if you stay with me through this spooky meditation. You see, the veil is thinnest this time of year. The veil between this world and the next. So we just have to be mindful of our movements, mindful of our thoughts, mindful with our intentions. And before we go on this little adventure I have planned, I did notice we have some new listeners. Welcome. I am so excited that you are here, and I feel like I should introduce myself. You already know my name, but there's a few more things that I'd like you to know about me. For one, I'm an intuitive empath. And what does that mean exactly? Well, I tend to know things. Occasionally I will hear things, but most of my knowing comes through my third eye, my highest self, and my spirit guides. And it must be the thin veil. But tonight is definitely a special circumstance. I mean, normally I wouldn't even tell you this, but some of you who are listening, you're not alone. I don't mean people in your home, your family, friends. I mean, there's people that you may not see standing right next to you. But, you know, it's okay. I think that's probably why you stumbled upon this podcast, because I have experience with these things. And I know you probably have a lot to do, and you came on here to listen to a particular story, and I hate to disappoint, but I'm going to have to instead pivot to a true story. One that I've never told a single soul in my entire life. And I think it's best that you experience it with me. Much like a guided meditation, we're going to put ourselves into the story in our minds. Now, I know what you're thinking. why would I want to put myself in a guided nightmare scenario? Well, again, not to scare you, but those visitors that are attached to you, I don't think that you want to just turn this podcast off and let them hang out with you forever. It's okay. I know what to do. If we all just take this little journey together in our minds, I'll go ahead and do what I need to do to get those visitors to leave so that you can be safe in your bed tonight alone. Like I said, I know what I'm doing. Well, I guess we should get started because this story is not short and we only have so much time together. Tonight's tale takes us to New Orleans. Now, New Orleans is known for many things, but perhaps the city's greatest legacy is its ghosts. Its cemeteries affectionately referred to as cities of the dead. New Orleans is undoubtedly one of the most haunted cities in the world, but just because it's haunted doesn't mean that every ghost story that's told to you is true. These types of stories are usually just made up by local businesses to bring in tourists. But this one, my dear friends, actually happened to me. So it is indeed very true. I'm going to remind you to please stay with me throughout this tale the entire time. And stay relaxed. That's key. And enjoy the time that we have together, okay? All right. Now, let's go. We arrive on a cobblestone road leading up to a stately manor. You take in sight of this giant, ornate home. You begin to imagine what it must have been like back when this home was bustling with people. The lavish parties they must have had. Carriages pulling up to drop off attendees in their finest garments. You can practically hear the jazz music floating down the street. Oh, what a magnificent sight it must have been. You begin to walk towards the magnificent home. A chill begins to creep up your spine, seeping into your bones despite the humid weather. But you're okay. We're okay. Remember that this is just a story. This is just in your mind. You are completely safe. Go ahead and take another deep breath, centering yourself again. Follow me. We're going to go into this house because I have something to show you all. You walk hesitantly to the front step, willing your feet to follow you. You allow your gaze to travel up to a large hand-carved, opulent wooden door. You stare and take in these beautiful details, and your eyes lock onto the large brass door handle. You hear a click, and the door begins to creak open. Come on. Walk in with me. Wow. Every detail about this foyer has been impeccably taken care of. I mean, not a single bit of dust. No signs of wear. It's as if you traveled back in time. You look to your right and see a gorgeous marble table. Walking over to it, you trace your fingers along the cold stone. Your gaze travels up to see a large painting hanging above the table. The thing that immediately strikes you first are the eyes. Green, so alive with energy. It's a painting of a woman, hands folded in her lap, stern look across the face, and the eyes, haunting. There's something about those eyes. Lavender. All of a sudden you smell fresh lavender. The scent fills your nostrils and you turn to the left to see a giant display of fresh flowers on another even bigger, more ornate marble table. What was that? Did you hear that? It sounded like it was coming from upstairs. I hope there's not someone here and I just walked in this house uninvited. Okay, that's definitely coming from upstairs. You start to make your way to the bottom of the beautiful grand staircase. Marvelously intricate rails to each side. It looks like some kind of ebony or dark stained wood. You're not sure, but it is truly breathtaking. You hold onto the rail firm. It's somehow comforting. And begin to ascend the stair. Please watch your step. It is an old house after all. A few floorboards creak beneath your feet and you finally reach the top. To your left, a short hallway. Maybe it leads to the master, you assume? There it is again. That sound. You whip your head to the right. This hallway looks like it is never ending, and it is definitely very dark. You start to feel for a light switch running your hand up and down the wall. Nothing. You're feeling a bit unnerved. Why don't you take a deep breath in and force yourself down the dark hallway? We'll just let intuition guide us. It is quiet, eerily quiet. As you continue down the hall, what little light you did have starts to fade, and you find yourself in complete and total darkness. But please don't fret. I'm so sorry. I completely left you unprepared to explore. I should have given you a flashlight or a candle or something. My apologies. I was simply too excited and wanted to show you all something. Something special. Do you think we can still continue down this hallway? Yeah, I think we can too. You follow. Feeling a slight panic start to rise up in your chest, when suddenly a light appears. Warm, flickering candlelight. Before you even have time to analyze where this candlelight could be coming from, your feet immediately start moving toward it. You enter a small bedroom to your left where you find a young girl in the middle of the floor, surrounded by large glasses of water. She looks up at you. Her eyes, those same green eyes from the painting before. That had to have been her mother. Thinking to the painting, you realize what was so haunting. There was pain and loss behind the woman's eyes. She was empty. The little girl starts to smile ever so slightly as one side of her mouth begins to curl up, seemingly menacing. In her grin, she takes her finger and begins to make circles, swirling around one of the cups at the rim. Hey, this actually is not the room that I meant for us to go in. Silly me. Can you head back out into the hallway, please? Yeah, just back on out. You back out of the doorway, never losing eye contact with the young girl. Now what was that sound? You turn your head back towards the stairs. You know, I think that was just the wind. With all of these old wood floors and many rooms empty, they get lots of breezes in through the fireplaces. And there's so many fireplaces. There's one in every room. I mean, that was the source of heat when these estates were built. That's all that sound is. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Out through the nose. Remind yourself and gain your composure that none of this is real. It's all just your imagination. We're simply on a little trip. There's nothing to be afraid of. You look down the hallway and see a warm, inviting light coming from one of the rooms. And, what's that smell? It almost smells like Palo Santo. There must be a fire going. You head towards this inviting aroma. Finding the entrance to that other room to the left of the stairs when you first came up. It is the master bedroom. And there is a big fireplace burning bright, giving off welcoming heat and a soothing smell. Do you feel that? Like someone's watching us? You turn around, and the young girl is standing in the hallway, once again not speaking, just staring. Okay, Space Cadet, this was not what we came here to do, and not what we came here to see. I think I just got distracted a little bit by all the beauty in this house, and I almost forgot why we were even here. So can you just follow me back downstairs? It's okay, she'll stay up here. I was told that she actually can't leave the upper level. Come on, one foot in front of the other. Let's start to go down the stairs. It's right down here that... Wait. Why is the little girl following us? I know I made it sound like it wasn't a big deal, but we really do need to get away, and let's pick up the pace. So come on, follow closely. Yes, right down here. Oh, good. I don't think she is going to follow us any further. Follow me right around the corner here. Yes. You find yourself standing in front of large French glass doors. You open them, placing one hand on each of the cold brass handles. And with a click, you enter what appears to be an indoor garden. How beautiful is this room? I mean, look at all of these windows and plants. You take everything in. It is indeed spectacular. Windows stretch floor to ceiling. A glass dome at the top, revealing nothing but endless night sky. Plant vines crawl up the walls, and while the garden room is certainly overgrown, it looks positively magical, like a fairy garden. You begin to walk around, taking in all of this beauty into your senses. The smells, the colors, the textures. Oh, over here. This is what I was looking for. The lavender. Here's where they grow it. This is what I wanted to show you. See? Nothing scary. I just wanted to bring some back with us. You see, spirits, they don't care for the smell, which is probably why the little girl didn't follow us in here. And did you already forget the whole point of why we came here? Those spirits that are attached to you, we're going to get rid of them. Well, this is perfect. We can head back and I can make you some lavender tea, or maybe we'll even use it as incense. We should hurry. We don't have a ton of time, so stay close. You make your way out of the garden room, headed towards the front door. You quickly glance back at the little girl standing on the stair with that mischievous grin on her face. Don't pay her any attention. Come on, we're just going to go out of the house. Yes, that's right, one foot in front of the other. The heavy wooden ornate doors click closed behind you. The light of the full moon is comforting, as is the smell of the fresh, open night air. Well, we got what we came for. Here. You extend your hands and are given a warm cup of tea. You have no idea how this tea was made so quickly, but oh, it smells so good. Go ahead. I made it myself. The cup is warm, the aroma inviting, and you are on an adventure of sorts. So you lift the china to your lips, allowing the warm tea to soothe your throat as you drink it down. Good. Go ahead and take another nice deep breath in. Long breath out. Hey, are you guys feeling okay? I feel like you're not doing good. Oh my goodness. Wait, you know what? I'm so silly. The last time I visited that house, the owner took me on a tour of the garden. And yeah, there was lavender there, but there was also something else. Oh, and there was that whole part of the story I completely forgot. The little girl. I can't believe I forgot that. She had been in the garden picking a giant bouquet for her mother. Like the big one that we saw when we came in on that marble table. Her dad had recently bought her mother a new exotic flowered plant, and it had a delectable smell, very similar to lavender, and it was a deep purple also. They didn't know it at the time, but the plant was a very rare species. I believe it was called lithiamea, and it's a very, turns out, poisonous plant. When it flowers, the buds are even poisonous to the touch. And the story was just so tragic because that little girl, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her in time. All because of the lithiamea. Ooh, you know what? I think we did not pick the lavender. I may have made your tea out of the lithiamea. And also, now that I'm looking, those actually are not ghosts that were standing next to you. That's actually all of you standing next to your dead bodies. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you all enjoyed this spooky little meditation. And I wish you a very happy Halloween. Sweet dreams.